Day 293 of Everyday Bible with Ada Ukabia. Matthew chapter 16, Mark chapter 8. The sign of Jonah. Wetin that one mean? It points to the story of Jonah. You remember, he spent 3 days inside the belly of a fish before he come out alive. In the same way, Jesus, they say, you want proof, Abi? The greatest sign you will ever see is my death and resurrection. 3 days in the grave, and then he go rise again. It can't be like saying they warn them. Say, me then stop to the chase miracles. Me then start to the open your heart to the truth. And if we dey very honest, we dey sometimes do the same thing, even today. We want God to show us something before we go believe. But Jesus, they tell us, say, faith is not built on signs. Instead, faith is built on relationship. If we can't focus on the phrase, the yeast of the Pharisees and the Sadducees, as Jesus, they tried to warn his disciples against these Pharisees and these Sadducees, now about their corrupt ways and their life of hypocrisy. So he used the image of yeast because we know, say, yeast, they cause dough, make it rise and make it spread. They show how these corrupt attitudes and the teachings of these people can spread and if it destroy the faith we person get without us even knowing immediately. You could just they do it gently. So Jesus, they warn them, say, be very careful. When Jesus can't give Simon the name Peter, Peter means rock. But Jesus no they talk about Peter as a person. He they talk about the revelation we Peter get when he talks, say, you are the Christ, the Son of the living God. That revelation we Peter get na deep understanding of who Jesus truly is. Jesus na the foundation of the church. Jesus, they simply say, the church I am building is not on titles, it is not on buildings, it is not even on names. It is built on truth and revelation. When your life then build on top of truth, no kind of storm will shake you. So today, not just wait for any sign. Just know, say, the greatest sign has already happened when Jesus conquered death. In the next book, we can see, say, Jesus carried that blind man outside the village to perform the miracle. And then we go to wonder why he do so. Remember, say, that village where the man come from, Jesus don't even condemn that place before for their lack of faith, despite them witnessing the many miracles where he then performed. So he had to carry that man outside the belief to separate him completely from the noise, the disbelief of the people and the environment. And that environment will limit the man's faith. So sometimes before God go open our eyes to see new vision, he go take us away from our familiar places, the friends, the crowd, even the comfort zones where we don't find ourselves, so that our faith fit grow. Many of us, they try to see clearly while they still stand in places where they feel with doubt and distraction. Like that blind man, maybe God is pulling us aside. No be so he want to isolate us, but not to prepare our eyes so we will see clearly for clarity. Later, for this same book, we can see where Peter, out of love but limited understanding, he tried to stop Jesus from talking about his suffering and his death. Now, Jesus just turned, look and say, get thee behind me, Satan. People go to wonder. Say Jesus, they talk directly to Peter, Abina Satan. No, Jesus was actually rebuking that spirit where influenced Peter's thoughts. Not that it is Peter as a person, because no be him that the evil will take over Peter at that time. So sometimes even people close to us, then feel speak out of emotion or fear, not out of faith. The lesson from this particular one, they say, Moku no attack the person. That is, don't attack the messenger. Try to discern which spirit they behind that utterance. So we go learn to separate the voice of love from the voice of limitation.